Hello, everybody. Sending you blessings, sending you love. I wanted to shoot this video on how to break free from who you think you are as an identity. This information has been coming through so strong, it's like I can't not share it anymore. I had an amazing call yesterday with Nick and part of our Freedom Facilitator training call, and I just was so struck by, there's a difference between understanding how to change in your mind intellectually, and it's another thing to embody the change. And when you drop into your body and you go into a state of presence, there can be a lot of discomfort and a lot of feelings that haven't been addressed that need to be felt and processed and moved through in order to get to a space where you actually can embody who it is that you want to be. So here's what I'm getting, okay? For a lot of people, it's really difficult to make those changes. They understand it intellectually, they understand it in their mind. It's like, okay, yeah, I create my reality, but why am I not feeling like I'm able to do X, Y, and Z? And it's because you still have that resistance embodied in your body. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this. He talks about the fact that the body becomes the mind. The body starts thinking and feeling based on what you programmed it to do unconsciously. So we get programmed unconsciously as we grow up through our culture, through our parents, through our teachers, but it's us that does the programming. So when we start to think a thought and we have a feeling associated with that thought, the more we think it, it becomes a belief. Now it's stronger. And then we also, of course, have the experience of that belief getting reflected back to us through our external reality. So of course we think it's real. It's like we're in this illusion that convinces us that everything that we believe is real. What a mind fuck, right? It's like, yeah, I want to believe something different, but what I'm currently believing is actually real for me because I feel all the feelings, right? So that's what it feels like when you're trapped inside of your belief systems. And even though you know you need to change and you know you need to think something different, you can't. Why? Okay, here's what I'm getting. The reason why we can't change and we can't move into something different is because we're thinking from the body that we've trained into a current level of programming, which is usually not the life that we want to be living. So in order to move into a different level of embodiment, you actually need to change your brain state. So I talked about this in the last video, but I want to talk about it again. When you're in high beta, when you're tapping into and tuning into everything that you're experiencing in the external reality and you're reacting to it, you're in your identity or who you think you are or who you've programmed yourself to be. And it's very difficult to make changes from that place. So I talked about the heart coherence breath in the last video, but I want to re-emphasize how important this breath is. When you change into heart coherence breath, and I talk about it in the video that I just posted about Journey from the Mind to the Heart. So if you want to know what that is, check that video out. But when you move into a state of heart coherence, for example, and there are other ways to move into the alpha theta state, you can also just do that through meditation. But when you're moving into a heart coherent state, it's not only in training the mind as you would do in meditation, but it's in training the entire body into synchronicity and into coherence. So the heart goes into an orderly state, the respiratory system goes into an orderly state, and the brain automatically goes into an orderly state. In this state, from this place, you can tune into the vibrations that you want to create. You can tap into what it is that you want to experience. When I did the advanced workshop with Dr. Joe in December, right before my last launch, I actually got a really, really profound experience of how this works. You cannot create from a super active, high beta, squirrel mindset, right? You cannot create from that mindset. You have to create from a mindset or a body set of being calm, of being focused, of being centered, and feeling receptive, like your heart is open. Your heart is ready to receive. You can now move into the states that you want to embody, and you can also program different thoughts or ideas about what you want to create. So this is so cool, right? Because if you have something that you want to create and you know how it feels, you know the thoughts that you think from that individual future self reality, you know the sensations that you feel in your body, not just the feelings, but the sensations. What are you seeing? What are you smelling? Who's around you? What behaviors are you acting out? If you can paint that picture, you can install that program through that state of being. So, just wanted to share this. It's one of those things that's really, really mind-blowing, because you can't actually wrap your mind around it. What you're doing is you're releasing your old identity, and from that place where you're not super active in your normal identity, you're in a programming state, and you're able to reprogram what you thought you were, becomes somebody different, becomes the thing that you want it to be. So because this is coming through so strongly, I'm going to weave this into what we're doing next week in our Facebook group, Awakening Personal Power, with the Honor Yourself Abundant King Queen activation. I'm going to weave in a lot of what we do. It's just going to be woven into all of that conversation. So when we talk about shifting your mindset, for example, to allowing the amount of money that you want to come into your space, we're also going to talk about how to put your body and your brain into that space. And we're going to do that every single day during the activation, because I'm just getting this message so strong that this is what we all need right now. So I'm super excited about this. If you have any questions about this, let me know, DM me. If you're coming to the activation next week, let me know what your intention is. It's going to be so much more powerful for you if you set an intention for yourself. So grateful for you guys. I'm excited about next week, and so glad y'all are coming. I'll see you there. Bye.